I have pressed the record button. We're going. You need to get into position.
I am in position.
You're not in position.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that really made a difference. You moved a millimeter.
You moved a millipede.
I don't care which direction you're facing, actually, I do.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
just need to be talking into the microphone.
I am talking.
That satisfies one of the conditions I laid out.
Right, but... So, do you want to talk about terrorism?
I'm not reacting to what you said. I'm reacting to... Okay, viewers, this recording isn't going to sound good, but we're going to record it anyway. Because I need to get a new cable for the microphone, and I've been putting it off for 6 episodes.
Putting it off. 6 episodes.
Yeah, I just said that. So what were you saying?
So, what did you say?
I said, I'm
said-
sorry, viewers. The audio is not going to be good because I need to get a new cable, and I've been putting it off for 6 episodes. So what did you say?
What did you say?
I said that I need to get a new cable, and the audio is not going to be good, and I've been putting it off for 6 episodes. So what did you say?
So I said I need to get a new cable because I've been putting it off for 6 episodes and the audio's not going to be good.
I said that maybe we should talk about terrorism.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right,
guessed
that was
over.
good.
So the ball is in your court.
Is in your garage.
Unless you can't come up with something, in which case
Uh,
I will have to
I-
come up for something for
I don't know. I'm not good with discussion topics.
That's why I started a podcast.
Then why are you here?
Then why you in Spanish?
Do you have any other ideas?
Let me think. No.
Okay.
Let me think longer.
Mm-hmm.
Time up.
Would you say time out?
Time up.
Oh.
Time out. Time out. I can't do this anymore.
What are we doing up there?
Age-old question. Should esports be the Olympics?
Should East Sports? Is that what you just said?
I said that the audio is not going to be that great, she goes.
And then you say, I want to talk about terrorism.
See it. I said sports.
Okay. Should be in the Olympics.
Obviously, you don't like that idea. So. Alright, I'll come up with a different idea.
Okay.
Is there a god? You can answer that question
We
today.
could talk about that.
We could talk about...
Maybe we could talk about that kind of relates to terrorism because people have very strong beliefs
Yeah,
about certain.
Um,
You're not really big on the whole.
I'm not really big on the whole talking into a microphone thing. Where's my meeting?
No. Okay, let's talk about if God exists. Yes or no?
We really have to talk about that.
What? You were the one that pitched the idea.
Yeah, I'm just spitballing here, though.
Well,
They were going to talk about that for like 10 seconds, and then it's going to be, oh, I don't know, it only depends on if you believe it. 'Cause there's really no concrete evidence either way.
there's no concrete evidence that God doesn't exist.
I mean, how are you supposed to refute that there is... Like, you can argue that the God, like
Okay,
the Christian God, doesn't
let's
exist.
start it this way. Do you believe there's a God?
I'm kind of making this decision right now.
It's all been building to this point.
So I guess we're talking about this. Hold on, I got
Okay.
a text. Let me
Oh,
know.
important text from.
No.
Was it? No, it wasn't.
No.
Okay.
Wait, so is this the topic?
Um.
Choopy.
Chippy, Sadie, Neppy, Yuri, Pluty.
Choopy, Sadie, Nippy, Gary, Pluty, Chupi, Sandy.
She goes, we're gonna learn the planets.
If this is the topic, then we need to do the intro, the interview,
The interview?
the movie with Seth Rogen, the North Korea one.
Okay. The interview. Yes.
Did you see that?
No.
Me
Did you
neither.
do it?
No.
I heard it was kind of funny, but...
Oh, good.
I heard it almost accomplished its goal. Wow. Unless you don't want to talk about this, then we can go right into it. Because I don't really have anything else. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Keep breathing! Breathe out. So relaxed.
Now it's a little bit of swing to it. Song is over.
Okay. So we're going to talk about what?
I don't know, it's your episode, so it's up to you.
But if you want to talk about it, that means I have to talk more.
So make a decision.
We're
Right
going to
now.
talk about this
5, 4,
right now.
3,
God.
2,
Right now.
1.
Mm-hmm.
Final answer.
Yes.
What?
We're going to talk about God.
Okay.
So let's start it this way. Do you think...
So let's do the intro. Good day, cheerio, viewers. This is episode 6 of the World Solutions Tangents with Problems podcast. And I hope that was helpful. So, national anthem. Because I'm not breathing.
Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Faster! Breathe out.
This concludes our relaxation exercises before the MCAS.
Mr. runs it. So I have this great idea. I know MCAST is stressful. I said MCAST.
Yeah, I was going to say something.
You were going to say MCAST, but that's not right.
You said
I said...
the question was... Yo, the question was...
Yo, chickies, the question was...
Yo, chickens, Alright. So,
It's working now.
as I mentioned at the top of the show, this one isn't going to sound as good, and the microphone magically just disconnected itself. So, there might be a few cuts in here, but we're just going to get on to the letter from Danny. And this week, Danny says, well, this is a letter from his parents saying that Danny has gone off to be in the Armenian military, and that all future letters from the Danny household will not arrive, because there will be no future letters.
Moving on.
Yes!
What are we talking about today?
Viewers, this is really the 30 mom episode, as we're calling it, because we really only have like 30 minutes to record here, and you made a mistake texting me.
Yes.
And said okay. So
Okay, okay.
it's
Fine. You know what? I don't even care.
You know why we have to leave early today?
Why?
Because I'm giving my first piano lesson today.
To
A 5-year-old who lives on my street.
a 50-year-old.
A 5 million-year-old man.
It's like an urn. Okay.
Middle C. You know, I think we're really getting somewhere.
Oh, look at the time.
For the viewers, he was just winding a mechanical clock.
Speeding up the time.
So you've dealt with kids more than I have.
Right.
Do you have any recommendations for...
Is this the subject? We're going to talk about children?
No, I just want a little 5-minute prelude. Do you have
Okay.
any recommendations on teaching them or motivating them?
It's just one kid.
It's just one kid.
As long as you're professional about it and you don't seem like the older brother, I guess,
does
just
that
like
mean?
having fun, not
Oh.
really taking it seriously, then they should be fine. Because when I coached kids, I went into it thinking like, oh, this is all my brother's friends, so I kind of, kind of, yes, yes. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Now take the MCAS.
Here's the reading section.
So I kind of saw them as my little brother, and I kind of treated them that way.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of a mistake because
They killed me.
just like that.
So, anything else that I need to know?
Simplify it for them because I don't know how wise, smart this kid is. I mean, he's 5. I've never dealt really with 5-year-olds.
Okay, because
So-
I'm like... So
Take
I was,
it at a pace that's like slower than you'd expect.
Yeah, because I think when I originally thought about this, I was going to be like, okay, so I'll hand him a piece of sheet music and say, so that line is C, and that one's D, E, F, G, and then there's a bunch of sharps and a bunch of flats, and here's the circle of fifths, and there's 12 keys in major you need to memorize. And
Now
then
here's
12
the
minor
reading
keys.
section.
And I want that done by next week.
It's next week. Where is it?
But then I started thinking, how do I introduce the keys to him? It's like, you need to look for patterns.
Is this his
on it.
first piano
This
lesson?
is the first ever.
Oh,
So
well.
he doesn't even know anything about like notes, or I don't think so. I was gonna say, well, on the piano keyboard you need to look for patterns. So it's like C, and then it's an octave, and then it repeats. It's a repeating pattern. And I was like, does he even know what the word pattern means? Is that something that 5-year-olds know? First grade.
He's not going to know octave, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna teach him that. But I think in first grade I was learning colors and addition.
Colors and addition at the same time.
Blue plus blue plus blue plus...
Is green! Green!
Here's the color section.
Where is it? Right! So, and try and make it enjoyable for him, because if you're too serious, then...
I hadn't thought of that one.
No, but like, slip a few jokes in there that he'd think
What do
A fi-
5-year-olds like?
stuff that we laugh at.
What the... If you invest in a timeshare...
Yes, yes! He's gonna die at that one.
Yeah, he might actually find that funny, because he won't know what a timeshare is, but the tone I'll take might...
I don't know, like explosions and loud noises.
I think... Where's my meeting? They like repetition. They
Yeah.
like that. And that's like all of our sense of humor. We've been repeating the same jokes for like 5 years.
500,000
5
million years.
million-
Earn!
Metal C! Okay, we'll pick it up next week. All right.
Any other questions?
No, I think that's it. I still haven't completely planned the lesson, so.
Oh.
Oh. Well, I was thinking I would show him the keys and introduce him to the notes on the keys.
It's a hymn.
It's a hymn.
Okay.
We're singing hymns. It's related to the topic today. And then I won't introduce him to the sharps or the flats. I'll just keep him on the white keys. And then I'll give him Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Okay.
And I'll, write.
That's why. Okay.
No, I was just doing that for fun.
Oh.
I'll just write the note names under the notes so that he can get familiar.
Maybe
Piano-
you should play it first.
I'll definitely play it first.
Yeah.
My piano. All right. First of all, do you think that's something that he would enjoy? Because I was thinking, if somebody hands me Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, like could you give me anything less exciting? But to a 5-year-old, do you think he's probably just going to be excited to be
Play
able to
piano.
play something?
Yeah.
Okay. my piano teacher for like the first 3 years, and mind you, I had been taking piano lessons for 5 years at this point, and I moved to a new teacher. And for like the first 2 or 3 years I was with him, he always wrote under every note, like the actual letter that it was.
Yeah.
That just really accelerates how quickly you can play a piece. It's not necessarily that great for learning to read, but I think
For the beginning stages.
I think for him, it's, and I think his strategy was he wants to get me excited about being able to play, get me hooked onto it, and then we can move on to the semantics. So I might do that. Okay. And then I'll give him a saxophone.
Now play the piano with the saxophone.
Let's move on to the topic du jour, the soup of the day.
The soup. Let's move on to soup. Let's move on to spooky soup.
Chica. Is that online anywhere?
No.
No. Sam. No, I shouldn't really say his name.
You just gotta.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Our haunted house with zombie Donald Trump at 3 a.m. My soup is bomb.
At 3 in the morning.
FGTEEV Halloween gameplay skit. 17 million views.
That's a YouTube video?
Yes, it's the first one.
Don't touch the microphone.
I searched spooky soup, his name.
Let's watch it.
It's 16 minutes long.
Yeah, I know. Alright, I've had enough.
That's
I'm gonna cut that part out.
right.
So, do you want to start off?
Okay, so today
Tomorrow.
Yesterday, we were supposed to talk about, is there a God? Zumba.
I was thinking you were like Evan. Andrew.
Is there a God in the sky, ruler and...
I'm sorry, I didn't get that last part.
ruler over all humans and creator of the universe and the earth?
Gee, I don't know.
Gee, I don't know either.
Okay.
That was fun.
Wasn't that
So, we're going to start this off. I'm going to ask you, for the third time...
Look, viewers, we had to start the show, okay? He was trying to start the topic before the show. I couldn't allow it. So you're going to ask me for the fourth time.
You need to get Grammarly.
I write all day, every day.
I don't write.
Hey, honey, can you come here? Does this sound like
No,
me?
it doesn't!
No, because a computer fixed it for you. Yeah, but does this sound like me?
The fundraiser.
The term paper.
The fun...
The
Paper.
fund paper. The term raiser.
The email.
The paper fund. So you're gonna ask me for the fifth time,
Do you think
sixth time, and
that
next.
there is a God in the sky watching over everything that we do and judging us to see if we're going to heaven or hell by the time we die?
No.
You don't think so?
I was about to say yes, but then you kept talking.
So you think... What do you agree with? What don't you agree with?
What? Yo, where's my meeting?
What is... Yes.
What is the meaning of meeting, really? I mean, it's all just MEETING, right?
Did you spell it METTING?
MTTGIF Fridays.
MTTFIGIF Fridays.
Wait, is that lady? So back to the question at hand.
Back to the question. What parts did you agree with? Because you said that you did agree with some parts of the question. I think.
You said.
You said. We said.
So you said that there is some God up in the sky.
Some Holy Spirit,
Okay, we don't need to get into pedantics here.
creator.
And I was like, yeah, sure, why not?
Why not?
But then and you'll see why I phrased it that way later. But then you mentioned heaven or hell, and that is a strictly, actually, it might be in other religions, but I don't know, because I was raised in a Catholic household, but that's a strictly Christian thing as far as I know. And it just, I don't know, the whole shebang about, the whole Christian religion, it's like, it's great, and if you want to believe that, then fine, but it seems like they have been wrong several times, like, arguing that Earth was at the center of the solar system instead of the sun. Well, no, that's not true. Arguing that, evolution didn't happen, and I think we've pretty much proven that it did. Arguing that, I don't know, like, gay marriage shouldn't be legal, or, like, it's not good at all. But then Pope Francis comes out and says, oh, yeah, everybody, just...
No, absolutely not.
What are you doing? So, it seems like if there were a God in this capacity, one where if you do good, you go to heaven, and if you do bad, you go to hell. It seems like there is no explanation as to why the God wouldn't just come out and present himself and say, yes, I exist, I'm going to do something good for this world, and prove to people that if they are good people, they will go to heaven, and prove that if they're not good, they will go to hell. And then the world can just be a better place, as opposed to keeping people in the dark. That's one of the aspects, and it's that the church has been wrong. But beyond that, I honestly can't say as to whether there is some divine creator of the universe or not. There could be, but we don't really, like, it could have created the universe and then the Big Bang happened, or it could have just happened, and, like, we don't know where it came from. So, I mean, it seems like a nice idea. It seems like the most logical explanation to me right now that the universe didn't just come out of nothing, that something created it. I don't necessarily think it's the Christian God with a capital G, but maybe it's some other creator or some other entity that created it. And if we get evidence that says, well, actually, it might have just started from nothing, then,
I guess
that would be interesting.
Like you, I was raised in I'm Lutheran, but, like, Christianity was my family's religion, even though I've never really gone to church, even though I live right next to a church. My family is not very religious, and we never go there on Sundays. But I'm not entirely convinced, and maybe this is just me, because I'm not faithful or whatever, but I'm not entirely convinced that God exists. Because if you look at something like the Hubble Space Telescope up in space, like, let me finish.
On the ground.
See, God doesn't exist.
Obviously. People come from around the world. Oh my God! It was here the whole time!
We've seen pictures from the telescope that's shown, like, unknown wonders and all these images of space, but we haven't seen one image of a guy in a white gown in the clouds having, I don't know, doing something, existing. So for me, there's no concrete evidence that's strong enough to support the actual existence of God.
Right.
But I don't want to call myself an atheist, because it's kind of in my opinion, kind of a bad term to apply to yourself.
It's kind of gotten like a tainted
to say
perception
you're an atheist in front of a person is, I don't know, to me it seems kind of depressing.
Yeah. Why do you think it's depressing?
Because we want to think that maybe something else is out there, either taking care of us or after we die we're going to go somewhere. But atheists believe that, oh no, this is the only life we have. There's nobody else. It's just us. We're animals, basically. And once we die, then that's it.
Yeah, it's
and
basically...
that's you don't want to think that.
It's basically the utilitarian approach, oh, well, we are like this because evolution made us like this, and we act this way because that's evolutionarily advantageous.
So I want to... Were you going to say something? So I want... That makes the most sense to me out of everything that's been presented to me in my 17 plus years of existing myself. But I don't want to tell people, oh, I don't believe there's anything past death. I think that I'm here and I'm going to exist for a little while and my existence is pointless, almost, which is kind of a dark thing to say. And I don't want to be seen as a person who's very pessimistic or cynical.
Yeah. I mean, so do you or do you not believe in any sort of afterlife?
I'd say no. I don't really think so.
But you'd like there to be?
Yes.
I mean, I would too.
Yeah.
I feel the same as you.
I feel if I'm going anywhere, if anything exists, I'd like to go to heaven. And if it doesn't exist, well, I guess it wasn't much of a surprise that it didn't exist.
Yeah. So, what was I going to say? Okay, I'll start with this. Another reason that it's kind of not that convincing to me is that there are so many religions around the world that are convinced that they have it right, that don't believe in the God with a capital G that I was raised to.
They believe
in something else.
Like polytheistic, you're talking about?
Maybe they believe in a different God, maybe they believe in many gods, but not the God.
So
And it's like, if so many people can believe these different things and they are convinced that they have it right, it's kind of a chink in the armor of a Christian God.
Never heard that word.
Chink?
A chink, no.
CHINCK?
No, chink.
Well, you learn something new on some days.
You don't learn anything.
And
that's your fault. So here's the reading section. A chink in the armor?
Yeah, and on the topic of it being kind of depressing, like, yes and no. Because if you don't believe that there's anything after life, it doesn't necessarily mean your life is pointless. Okay, I take that back. So, if you think really long term, your life is, as far as we know, pointless, because the universe will eventually cool down so much and spread out so much that it will go into the great dark period and nothing will ever happen again. And at that point, life will be gone and nothing in the universe will ever happen. Not for a million years, not for a billion or a trillion or a quadrillion,
Forever.
but for a literal eternity of time. Whatever an eternity is in whatever the universe is contained in.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. So, in that sense, your life is kind of pointless. But in another sense,
if you think short term.
If you think short term, then you have things like your family and your relationships and your job.
Mm-hmm.
That gives your life purpose. But you can also think doubly long term and say, okay, well, that's the theory right now. But what if we work hard enough to eventually discover faster than light travel, and we can reach some sort of boundary to Earth, or the universe, if there even is one, and then we can discover if there is or is not something outside of the universe, and maybe that can give us a hint as to how to defeat or how to get out of this eternal darkness. But to that same vein, I'm kind of afraid to find that out. Because if we find it out and there's nothing there, then we have confirmation. We're not going anywhere.
At least you know the answer.
Yeah,
right?
But I don't even know if I want to know the answer. Ignorance is bliss. If I live my entire life thinking that
you're going to go to heaven.
Maybe there's something out there, maybe there's something left, that gives me the motivation to at least try.
Yeah, okay.
Beyond the short-term benefits.
That's
I think even if we discovered that, people would still use the short-term benefits to justify living.
Yeah.
Family. People will still care about that. But, yeah, man. It's just... I would love to think that there is some divine being. I think it would be great if there were. And I think maybe it was Isaac Newton who said that it's better to just believe in God because you don't want to take the chance of there being a heaven, but not having faith in it, and
then you're
hell.
sent. Yeah.
And I get the sentiment, but I don't think you can really just change a belief like that.
Yeah, it's kind of how you're raised, what kind of environment you're exposed to.
Yeah.
Just other factors.
I think it is a superior method to believe in that God and go with it. But one, I can't just change my belief like that. And two, I don't even know if I really want to, because there's something wrong with trying to force yourself to believe something that you don't actually.
Yeah.
So
Cognitive dissonance.
that's the story. So is there a God? That's the question.
To some people,
We
there
need to
are
give
several.
no. We need a definitive answer. Is there a God? Is there not?
To some people,
No.
no. Well, okay.
Yes.
Hold on.
I'm going with yes.
You're going with yes.
Yeah. Just on the ground.
Is that you changing your belief?
No. I haven't.
No.
changed it. It's not God with a capital G. I'm just saying there's probably a God, because
There's
that
probably
seems,
another bigger thing.
That seems like the most logical explanation for how the universe could have started. And when you think about it, there is really no concrete evidence either way. You know, people claim they have evidence that there is God with a capital G. People claim that, that contradicts the Big Bang, but that doesn't discount any other God.
We've never experienced the Big Bang. That
Exactly.
was
So
billions of years ago.
So
how
it's
could we know?
really just down to personal preference.
It's all about theory.
And I would tend to prefer that there were some sort of God watching over us as opposed to nothing. Because having a God watching over us seems to present more potential opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more comforting.
Yes.
So, I'm going with yes. What did you say?
I said no.
Okay. Present your final case, and then the judge will make a ruling. Closing statements? Chicos, I'm going to make my closing statement at my hearing today. What did I say?
I didn't set fire to the school. Thank you.
No thanks.
No, thank you.
So,
Shovels coal into furnace.
Come on!
The boat is sinking!
Yeah, so what do you think?
That's my final statement.
I'm not going to accept that.
But it's my...
I gave a heartfelt closing statement about God and the future of the universe, and what did you give me?
Nothing.
Shoveling coal into the furnace of a sinking boat.
Taking coal out of the furnace.
Come on!
The boat is floating!
That's how the Titanic sank.
No, it wasn't.
People claim it was an iceberg, but it was really instructions to remove coal from the furnaces.
So I think that I'd like to believe that there is a God out there watching over me. But like you said, it's not exactly healthy to believe in something that you really don't believe in. So I don't think there is a God out there that's not really controlling, that exists watching over us.
The viewers aren't going to get that. He just did air quotes.
So
I can't take anything you say seriously now. This could all be like quoted from somebody. So,
I didn't burn down the school. I should not say that here.
Who were you quoting there?
Jennifer
Aniston. And who are you quoting there?
Jennifer Aniston.
I gotta beep out that first one you said, and the one at the top of the show relating to MCAS. And
so I'd like
maybe
to have
MCAS.
a person watching over me, but I think personally it would be better if I focused on myself and what I have now, rather than thinking about what I could have. I don't know if that's the best way to put it, but
No, I like that.
I can see friends, I can see family. I know they're there, and I know they're for me. So why don't I focus on those things rather than thinking, oh, there's something out there that loves me, something else out there that's watching over me.
We should have got somebody who's actually religious on the show.
Is anyone in our friend group religious? Never mind.
I should have gotten the Pope.
Pope Francis.
Yeah. And then we could deck it out with him on the show.
Can I wear the hat?
Can I put a chink in your armor?
So I'd like to have some
Yeah.
extra love being that's there, but I simply don't really believe in it.
Yes. Good. Anything else this week?
No.
Bye. Oh, we need to come up with an outro.
Oh.
Like an outro song. What do you think it should be? Should it just be the Mr. Anderson one? I did that for the first one. Should we do that for all of them? Or should there not even be an outro?
Did you...
Hey, small lunch.
Big lunch.
Giant lunch.
Yes.
And I like this one, and I like this one, and I like this one. I'll just take all of them. I'll take a thought. No. But I like this one.
It's picking up like the same three.
Not picking up anything. Just
Not even in the
dancing around the
store.
store. Sir, you've been here for 5 hours. We're gonna need you to make a decision. Well, I like this one, and I like this one.
Ah. What? What?
So what are we talking about?
Talking about God. Where have you been?
No, we finished that conversation.
Oh, well then what are we talking about?
Yeah, that's what I asked.
Oh, we're talking about God. Where have you been?
Oh.
Because this is kind of weird for me to ask, but do you like buttons at all?
Chicas, do you, I can't believe I'm asking this. Alright, Chicas, I've been wondering this for like 5 months, but do you buttons?
And I don't mean that in like a weird way.
I really mean it that way.
I'm just wondering because it's like good for me to know.
It's like it'll help me be a better teacher
if I know that you buttons.
It's like half the class raises their hand. Okay,
oh,
okay,
wow, that's,
good,
that's
good,
more.
good.
That's more than I thought.
Okay, I have a follow-up question. What does it mean when you say that you buttons?
Half the class puts down their hand. Okay, that's all right. You don't want to talk about it.
Pienso que...
Los inmigrantes.
Okay, I've heard it like 20 times today.
You're gonna hear it a 21st time. Yo pienso que... Look, wait, today? You've heard that 20 times today? Not from me. Oh, I spit everywhere.
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
So, we should wrap up.
We should pack up.
So, this has been Tangent Episode 6.
Okay, hold on. Just relax. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Breathe out.
Da-da-da-da. I don't have to deal with this.
You do have to.